boot up the recording. And we're going to welcome the YouTube audience back who will eventually watch this on a video on demand replay for CLG FC episode 228. Right, 228. I have no. What is that? I have no. It's a shame that this playlist does not have everything that it should. Right. West Ham beat Birmingham 2-1, and Philly did their end of season rewards. Taylor, we need a plan B. Update on I should bring your attention that Domain Monaghan is not getting the expected amount of football whilst at loan on Ashbourne. I've never had an issue with this until this season. And now all of a sudden I've got 3 people who have a problem. Proposed that Monaghan would be an important player for the squad during this. Despite his proposal, Monaghan is currently only being used as a squad player during his loan spell. I recommend that you have a conversation with the manager, Sony Farmery, to rectify the situation and ensure the loan agreement is kept to. Should probably be. I think the best. Yes, we'll talk. We'll talk to him. And watch it. Make sure it happened. Okay. Cool. I don't think that's the second time. I think that's only the first time. But it's been a few. That's the 3rd notice I've had of that kind of stuff. So I have to keep track of my loans better. They're all under 18s, and they're not really ever going to have a hope of playing in the squad unless they turn, like the senior squad, unless they turn into what do you call it? Like a renamed new gen, right? So, yeah. I would like the Hurricanes to at least win a game against the Panthers, by the way, because it would extend that series, and that would do the Oilers very well. I would love for the Panthers or the Hurricanes to go into the Stanley Cup final extremely tired. That's, of course, assuming we can win something, or we can win the Western Conference final, which we are currently 2-1 up in. Game 4 is tomorrow night. So, right, anytime we don't have a week, anytime we have a week that we don't have a game, community outreach and team bonding is what we do. That's the baseball scores as well for the late games. The Padres and the Marlins, Angels are playing the Yankees. They got to all be West Coast games. So, yeah, if the Angels scored in the bottom of the first, they're at home. Same with the Padres. So those are the West scores. That's how you know it's getting late. Phillies actually had the night off. So, I think they won 2 out of 3 against the Athletics. So, that's nice. Right. Individual. I'm going to try and sleep, have fun, Benny, and talk soon. I appreciate you, Sass. Thank you so much, man. Sleep well and get some good rest, brother. Take care of yourself. Thank you for coming by tonight. I appreciate it, man. I feel okay, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. And this is a month. And you want to loan out Leighton Alley. I'm not moving any of the under 18s mid-season. It has to be end of season. I don't like move-ups and moves-downs mid-season. I don't think it's good for the players. Yeah, definitely, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. And I'll probably talk to you tomorrow. So, right. Okay, nice. Nice. Leagues and Orlando City's won the MLS. They beat St. Louis City 1-0. It's Orlando's first title. St. Louis City, it was their first final. And that makes, if you count, uh, do they have an, okay, they've won before then. San Jose has. So Charlotte would be a brand new winner. Austin would be a brand new winner. Orlando would be a brand new winner. That would make 19 of the 29 clubs in this game, 30 in real life, MLS Cup champions at some point in time. Oh, they played at City Park as well. Brutal. In fact, the away side has won the last 3 MLS Cups. They've won 5, 6. They've won 6. Or I'm sorry, the away side's won 5 of the last 6. No, 6 of the last 7 MLS Cups. In Central versus FC Isle of Man. What a crazy game. Matthews in the 6th for In Central. Ellison in the 33rd for In Central. Woolley in the 46th for FC Isle of Man. And that made it 2-1. Ellison in the 54th made it 3-1. Shepard in the 60th made it 4-1. Stevens in the 71st pulled one back for FC Isle of Man to make it 4-2. Steer in the 72nd made it 5-2. And then Taylor from the penalty marker made it, in the 82nd, made it 5-3. That's how it would finish. And In Central win 5-3. They move up to 8th off the win. FC Isle of Man remain in 7th. Right. That was Ecstatic. I'm Standing heavy organ mix. And that's going to bring me on to acapella. I don't want an acapella. Acapella isn't house music. Let's try this one. Remix. Oh man, Sarah Nelson Down That Road. Perfecto edit by Paul Oakenfold and Steve Osborne. Planet Perfecto back in the day, man. Amazing. They did Bullet in the Gun, which is just fucking incredible. Bullet in the Gun is one of my favorite EDM tracks of all time. I might play that next, actually. It's Planet Perfecto. Bullet in the Gun, the Saturday mix. It's absolutely stunning. Right. Unsi's still going. Oh, he's just won. Oh shit, he's just won. I literally went into Huntsi's chat to tell him I was lurking. And he was like, oh, we just won. Because I see the checkered flag icon. Uh, I told him to do a burnout. I don't think he's going to. That was the Arca series he played it, or was racing in as well. Wow. Big win, man. Big win. Congrats to Huntsy, man. He's done the burnout. Let's go. Let's go. West Ham lost to Ipswich. That actually moves them off the top spot in the championship. Nice. You love to see that kind of stuff, man. Right. We have got 10 days to go until the next fixture. I know I fucked up this timer, by the way. So this is an hour over. So it's supposed to be an hour 39 minutes. And I know that that actually might give me time to play one more after this, but I am going to call it early and say the game versus Lancaster will be our final game of the night. So, first versus worst, Lancaster is sitting 18th. They're bottom on goal difference. They are not having a great season. We just come off a huge win against Bradley. And now we got to play the worst team in the league. So, talk about shifting focus. We need to do that. We need to keep the focus. So, right. What's this coming up? Oh, Kazakhstan and Bosnia and Herzegovina. In Central's playing Squires Gate in the league. Seddon's been removed from shortlist. Can I get a full scout report, please? I want the list. I never like the individual cards. I want the list. Thank you. Sort by the recommendation. Ooh. Stephanie Adams at 18. The England Ghanaian. Wouldn't be a bad shout. Who's he wanted by? Taunton and Elling on a free. He is a free agent, actually. Joe Jones plays a lot of these positions, but he plays MC and STC as well, which is what I like about him. He's only 18. Let's look at them physicals. Yeah, they're not. The crossing needs work, but they're not that bad. Um, the work rate's good. The anticipation for midfield's a little low. His finishing is his natural fitness as well. This guy is one to watch. This guy is one to watch. Let's see. Who else? I need somebody. Yeah, somebody like this. He's 27 though. That's a no thank you. Anyone over 26, I don't really have an intention of signing. So these are all going away. All going away here, unfortunately. But that's not bad. He's okay. I'd like a AMC MCDM who can play. I mean, this guy's all over the place. But that's fine. That was not bad. Let me. Where the hell was that? Right. Sarah Nelson down that road. Perfecto. Edit by Paul Loganfold and Steve Osborne. There we go. Nicely done. 1993 was that single. This is now 2000. 1999 was this one. You can see it's a complete tone shift in what house music was and is from just 93 to 99. 93, 94 to 99. Right. In Central hosting Squires Gate. Kelly in the 28th minute put Squires Gate ahead. Ellison in the 59th leveled it for In Central. Aminpur then put Squires Gate back in front in the 78th. Kelly scored his second of the night in the 80th minute to make it 3-1. Henders got one back almost immediately in the 82nd for In Central, but they could not find the equalizing goal. In Central remain in 8th, and Squires Gate remain in 11th. Top team goes up, 2nd through 5th get the playoffs. We are 8 days away from our next fixture against Lancaster City. We do have under 18s then. Chester under 18s next. That's coming up. We got an ad break for those on Twitch in 2 minute 45. we flow through. And yeah, yeah. What is your variety gamer score? Which of these series did you play at least one game of? Mario Brothers, yes. Legend of Zelda, yes. Pokemon, yes. Warcraft, yes. I played Warcraft 3. Elder Scrolls, yes. Fallout, no. Doom, yes. Kingdom Hearts, no. I've watched it, but I've not played it. Crash Bandicoot, yes. Donkey Kong, of course. Ah, come on, Jones. Um, Tekken, yes. I played Tekken 2. Borderlands, no. The Sims, I played the original. So that's a yes. Dead Space, no. Animal Crossing, no. Fable, I played Fable 2. So that's a yes. Contra, yes. Team Fortress, yes. I played Classic. Punch Out, no. Saints Row, yes. I played every game in the series. Jack and Dexter, no. Guilty Gear, no. StarCraft, uh, I tried StarCraft 2 at one point, but I didn't like it. So I will say yes. What else we got? What else is one here? Nier, yes. Nier Automata alone is the best game that's been made in the last 10 years. Hands down, without question. Warhammer, no. Final Fantasy, yes. Pikmin, no. Tales of Mana, no. Or the Tales of series, no. Of Mana, yes. I played one on the PS1 if I remember correctly. Uh, I can't remember if it was Legend of Mana or something like that, but Metal Gear, yes. I played the original. God of War, no. Tetris, yes. Red Dead Redemption, no. Street Fighter, yes. I played 1 and 2 and Super Street Fighter 2, the new challengers. Chrono Series, no, but I've heard it's amazing. I've watched one playthrough of it as well. That was really good. A little confusing, though. Ratchet and Clank, no. Call of Duty, yes. I played 2 and 4. Age of Empires, I played 2, yes. Need for Speed, of course. I played Need for Speed 2, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Harvest Moon, no. Prince of Persia, no. Max Payne, no. Ninja Gaiden, I played. I. They mean this. They mean this. They mean the newer series, but I played the original. That was terrible. Um, I'm gonna mark that no. Persona, no. Bayonetta, no, but I've really wanted to. Medal of Honor, yes, I played the original, Underground, and Rising Sun. Dead or Alive, I've played every game in the series except for Extreme 3, which I really want to play. I'm actually going to get a PS5 just for Extreme 3, Fortune, and Venus Vacation Prism. Deus Ex, no. Dragon Guard, no. Breath of Fire, no. Dragon Quest, no. Halo, yes, of course. GTA, no. Diablo, I played the original. Assassin's Creed, no. Metroid, no. Bioshock, no. Mass Effect, no. Star Fox, yes. I played it on the N64. I mean the SNES. Uh, The Last of Us, no. Fire Emblem, no. Far Cry, no. Resident Evil, yes. 1 and 2. Tony Hawk Pro, yes. Gran Turismo, I played 1. Yes. Rayman, no. Castlevania, no. Soul Calibur, I've played every game in the series except for 3. SMT. Uh, SMT. What the fuck is SMT? Yakuza, no. Command and Conquer, yes. I played. Well, we got 4 games going on. We also have a loan offer. I mean, shit, yeah, you're going to pay his wages? I'll take it. I missed the under 18s report. We'll come back to that. Command and Conquer, yes, I've played the original, Tiberian Sun, Red Alert 2, Red Alert Retaliation, and Generals. Saga, no. Total War, yes, I played the original and Mongol Invasion. Great games. To me, still the best in the series is the original Total War. Phantasy Star, no. Parasite Eve, no. Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, 4, Trilogy, and 9 is what I played in that series. Mega Man, yes. X8, I think it was. What else is on here? Uncharted, no. Tomb Raider, yes, the original. I also had the one that came out on the 360. I can't remember. The Tomb Raider Legends, maybe? Portal, yes, the original. Let's go back to the under 18s report real quick. Sonic the Hedgehog, yes, the original. The Witcher, no. Half-Life, yes, the original. Spyro the Dragon, no. Dark Souls, no. Devil May Cry, no. Silent Hill 1 and 2. Hitman, no. Dragon Age, yes. Origins. Gears of War, the original. Counter-Strike, yes. Worms, no. Shadowheart, no. Bomberman, no. Oh, no. Bomberman, yes. I played it on the Game Boy. Monster Hunter, no. Shenmue, no. Watch Dogs, no. Dishonored, no. Wild Arms, no. So, right. Counter Logic FC under 18s enjoy big win over Chester under 18s. Where's Blockbuster? Blockbuster got subbed off in the 90th plus 1 minute, but he had a goal and 2 assists. So there you've played, Blockbuster. Let me take that snip. Let me take the full snip. And if Blockbuster's not here, I'm about to DM him. Is he in my Discord, actually? He is in my Discord. Hey, you're here. You've played, Blockbuster. You scored a penalty. Pen Merchant. You had 2 assists, man. You had 2 assists. You had a 9.2. So that's nice. Crack didn't play. Switchblade had a goal. That's pretty good. Matthew Gonzalez had 2 key passes. Very good. Very good. Serafil had 4 key passes. Very good. But I'm a baller. Ballon nice. Nice. 6-1 over Chester under 18. So it was Blockbuster from the penalty marker in the 2nd, Liam Young in the 7th, Liam Young again in the 9th, Nana Muhammad in the 24th, Nana Muhammad in the 40th, Switchblade in the 46th. We were 6-0 up. Cookies, of course, the game would generate Cookies' name. Levy scored in the 73rd to pull one back for Chester, but it was over by then. We go to the top of the under 18s league with that. We are top of the league by a point over Accrington under 18s. They still have 16 points to play. I love that song. That's the house music I grew up on, with something like that. Bullet in the Gun. What an amazing track. Right. What was I on? Nightcrawlers, Push the Feeling On. The original 2-step, the MK dub mix. Here we go. Next. Right. We had games in the Northwest Counties League. Let's go to the... I clicked view competition, please. Thank you. Right. We had a few games. FC Isle of Man playing Lancaster at home. Hunter in the 16th. Stevens in the 40th. Stevens in the 67th. FC Isle of Man run out 3-0 victors. They move up to 6th in the league ahead of Cross Hill's 17th game. Earlham hosting Burskoff. Walker for the visitors of Burskov, getting them started in the 18th minute. Lloyd 2 minutes later leveled it for Earlham. Swiderski put Earlham ahead in the 54th before Keene was dismissed from play in the 74th minute. Earlham would hold on for the win, though. They are going to jump up to 8th. Burskov dropped to 17th in the league. Mossley hosting Maine Road. Jones in the 9th minute for Maine Road before Azizi's penalty in the 14th minute put the visitors 2-0 up. He then scored from open play in the 33rd to make it 3-0. Elliott in the 37th got one back. And that's how they would go into the break at 3-1, and there would be no additional scoring in the second half. So Maine Road, with a huge win, they get 3 big points over a playoff side right now in Mossley. That's a massive win for Maine Road. They pulled it within 3 points of safety. Ramsbottom United hosting Clitheroe. Arthur in the 29th, Reed in the 55th, Swick in the 85th. And Ramsbottom run out 3-0 winners over Clitheroe. Clitheroe remain in the drop in 15th. They're 2 points adrift. Ramsbottom have now re-leapfrogged FC Isle of Man by a point into 5th. And that's where they stand currently. We are 6 days away from the Lancaster City match. It's our final match of the evening. And then we will be back. Let's talk about schedule real quick, shall we? Currently on the schedule, tomorrow will be the matchup, the Philadelphia Athletics taking on Rockford Forest City. So our match against the Philadelphia Athletics is tomorrow. That's out of the park baseball. Action Timonen is back on Thursday. We're going to have Timonen Thursday. We're going to play through some Season 2 archive events for you on stream. So if you want to see the assets that Crack's talking about, that'll be on Thursday. Then we're back with Out of the Park Baseball on Friday. That game is the Washington Olympics and the New York Mutuals. Then on Saturday, the 31st, we're going to do a variety stream. We're going to start with Rise of Nations, but we may swap over from Rise of Nations to Hearts of Iron. And we also may pull out Football Manager after some Rise of Nations. I don't know. I might also bring out Pangya. I think it's going to be more Rise of Nations into Pangya, followed by some Hearts of Iron to close it. So that's what we're looking at on Saturday. Sunday, we're back with some more Out of the Park baseball. We're probably fixing to run through 2 or 3 games that Sunday, and that is the stream schedule for this upcoming week. I haven't made next week's yet. I probably will. And then probably sometime in June, I might just take a week off from streaming, catch up on video uploads, things like that, just enjoy the week offline. I do have my FM14 save, which I'm interested to show you guys because I have been playing it offline. That's going to be a dual offline-online save. And we're still unbeaten in Korea after the opening 30 games. It's been really good. We're dominating the K-League Challenge, about to move up to the K-League Classic next season. So that one's going to be a long haul of a save, though. So you guys will definitely see more of that. It's going to take I think it's going to take at least like 200 seasons for that save to even finish, given everything that we have to win. We're also in the semifinal of the FA Cup over there, so we'll see. I think we drew Suwon in the semifinal. Right, Bickerstaff hosting Sutton Reserves. Ward in the 28th minute got Bickerstaff started. Chapman in the 41st leveled at 1-1 at the break they'd go. Parker 2 minutes into the second half got things started again for Bickerstaff to make it 2-1. Holmes leveled it in the 66th minute to make it 2-2. Parker then put Bickerstaff ahead again in the 85th, but 5 minutes later Murphy would score from the penalty marker to make it 3-3. And that's how they would finish. Silsden Reserves and Almond Bury Woolpack. Big game for both sides. Dickin in the 28th minute got things started for Silsden reserves. Brazier in the 36th leveled it for Almondbury Woolpack. Cassidy then put Almondbury 2-1 up in the 44th. Cole leveled it in the 52nd to make it 2-2. Kennedy in the 64th put Almondbury Woolpack back ahead 3-2, but then Dickin in the 75th and Dickin again in the 85th. You could say he wasn't dicking around. He scored thrice, and he put Silsden reserves in as 4-3 winners. They jumped to 12th in the league. Almondbury Woolpack are now going to slide down to 14th. They're only 2 points above the drop. We have got 5 days to go once this ticks over. And I need to use the restroom. So we are going to be right back. I'm going to just set the community outreach, and this is going to be team bonding. So I'm going to be back in 30 seconds. I've got to take a restroom break. That might have been a smidge longer than 30 seconds, but it's fine. I mean, it says it's an excellent intake. How the fuck is it? What? How is this an excellent youth intake when I've got no wingbacks, no attacking midfielders, no defensive midfielders, an F in the fullbacks, and E everywhere else? I don't understand this game. I mean, what? What? Uh, this makes no sense whatsoever. I took a snip of it because I'm going to send it to I'm going to send it to Rowan and be like, the fuck? Um, oh wow. So okay, you can stop. Yes, if it's been a month and they still want us to stop, we can stop. Yes, he needs to try first time shots again. He does better when he takes the first time shot. Mitchell Jones, the under 21s. Yes, the board's going to get back to me shortly. They're probably going to be like, no, but whatever. Right. Music in a second as well. Yes, I'm aware. I've been playing one song at a time because I don't have Spotify account and I have absolutely no interest in getting one. So, right. That was pushing. This is Sandy Notice Me, and I need to. Apparently, this is the radio. No, 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 no. I need. Uh, uh, there. Notice the House remix. There we go. There's also a dub in it 50 at Studio 54 remix. We'll take that. And a club mix apparently. But no, we'll do the Notice the House mix. Here we go. Right. I knew The team schedule is too hectic. The team has no fucking schedule. You twat. Look at the fixtures for the under 21s. Nothing. Fucking nothing. So, leagues in focus. We'll do that next episode. I'll come back and I'll do leagues in focus next episode. Where is Rowan's Discord? Uh, oh, here we go. FM. FM. Right. Oh my god. I am going to recall the loan. I'm going to recall. This is the second time that Monaghan is done. So I've recalled the loan. You can't not play him if they're saying you're going to play him, and then you just don't play him. I mean, literally no one's online in this Discord. He is only 19 people though, but he's Dutch. It's like what 4:20 in the morning over there. So I'm not speaking to him. He had a rather productive season. No, he didn't. I had to recall him because I wouldn't fucking play him. How is that productive? What is this game, man? What is this game? Well, I mean the media twist shit, and that's what they do in this game too. So that kind of makes sense. I was out in the sun a little too long today, by the way. And I don't know if anyone's noticed that, but my arms, where I got, like especially this arm here, that's been under the light, it's like warm to the touch. And I'm like, yeah, it's a little red. Got a little red. This one's a little bit worse. You can even see where I wore my bracelets on this one. I mean, I had a watch on this one. But I always have one watch, my CLG bracelet, and then I have a Mahjong bracelet as well that I wear. You can see exactly where I wear them. You can even see a little tiny gap between the two bracelets on the one wrist. But it was a good time. I mean, the weather today was just outstanding. It's when we started golfing. I think it was about 15 degrees, and then when we finished, it was 20, and it was sunny the whole time, and it was just awesome. West Ham go back top because they beat Cardiff 4-1. So there we go. Marston Brooks playing Cross Hills in the third round of the First Division Cup. We lost to Marston Brook on pens in that competition. Cross Hills are a good side. We'll see who comes out on top. Another set between two managers averaging at least over 85% win rating, and it is Marston Brook going through 2-1 over Cross Hills. Clayton, Jarvis, and then Harwood to get one back. But I was so excited to play the cup competition. I was like, hey, finally, after 11 years or 10 seasons of not being in any cup competition, to play in a cup competition. I was so excited, and then all of a sudden, we literally went out in the first game on pens, and I wasn't excited anymore. 2 days to go until the fixture. I would like to do well in a cup next season, please. Right. Hunsey went offline. Sean, I think, is offline himself. Yeah, Sean went offline an hour ago. Yep. Okay. I don't have anybody online. There's a guy who I like who streams Unreal Tournament, who is streaming it now. The one thing I hate about, or I don't like or align with, I guess you could say, with uh, what seems to be the Unreal Tournament streaming community is they will come online, they will stream one game, and they will shut the stream off. And then 30 to 40 minutes later, they're back online again, streaming another pug in Unreal Tournament, and then they go back offline again. And then they come on again, and then they go back. And I'm like, just stay online, bro. Good morning from the British Isles. How's it going, mate? It's late here. It's about 10:25. First off, you're up way too early, Mossman. It's 3:30 in the morning. Am I just a stream for all y'all insomnia guys? I must be. That's I guess the one advantage of being American is that I am the insomnia stream. Welcome in, Mossman. How you doing, guys? If you're not following Mossman, yes, it says thank you. Thanks for confirming. I appreciate that, Blockbuster. Guys, if you're not following the great Mossman, give him a shout. Give him a look. He streams Football Manager. It's 3:30. I know you guys are 5 hours ahead. He streams Football Manager. He's currently at what are you at? Real Madrid, aren't you? Um, and not bad. Got a bad cold. Busted my knee, so sleep is a bit hard to get at the moment. That sucks, man. I'm sorry you busted your knee and that you have a cold. I'm sunburnt. I am the complete opposite. I got sunburnt today because I went golfing. Um, but it was glorious. It was so nice. We are. I mean, it was literally 20 degrees and sun. It was awesome. 4-6. We're the favorites. Lancaster 7-2. Draw 11-4. And we have an under 18s fixture as well. So, but welcome in. We just had a big win over Bradley, and who is third. And now we are sitting top of the league by a point over North Walkden, and we've got the worst team in the league. So, pre-match press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question from Ludgero Rodriguez at One Football. Then we should win. Yes. We're facing a tough challenge. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I want to lead the pack, so that's fair. But welcome in, Moss, man. I hope you're. Aside from that, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend, man. I know it was a long weekend. Aptly Bridge under 18s as well. Mine started shit and ended great. So I guess it was average, but it started awful because I had the Inter Miami match, and that was just a terrible experience. Love how you get a press conference with one journalist, sometimes two, but yeah, it's usually just one journo. So, right. Oh, it's nice to hear that Smith's a big fan of my manager. Right. Autosave, which means we're about to take over, which means it's going to be match day. And final match of the night. I know this says 2 hours. I messed that up. I was only meant to go 1 additional hour, not 2. But I am also tired because I went golfing in the morning and then I took the parents out to lunch. So I am quite tired. And we all overate at lunch. They had a deal, $16, endless chicken fingers and fries. And I was like, listen, I'm a fat American. You give that to me. That sounds like a deal. And my mother had a card for a free appetizer. So we got an appetizer, and the appetizer was like a sampler plate, and the picture looked small. And they bring the sampler plate out, and it's like, and I'm like, ah! It had 4 quesadilla slices, 4 mozzarella sticks, 8 boneless wings. It had tortilla chips with like salsa to dip, and then it had burger sliders on it. I think it was, or one other thing. Was it burger sliders? No, it was one. There was one other thing in there. I think it was chicken fingers themselves, like 2 or 3 chicken fingers. So we split that. But then like that's a pretty big appetizer for 3 people. All that different food. And then they're like endless chicken fingers and fries. So I was like, sure. So we just kept eating chicken fingers and fries. I'm like, listen, I try not to overeat anymore because I feel sick whenever I do. But that was the way it is. We are, I should say, expected to win. So that was the most American story I could have told you guys. I'm well aware of that. Like 100%. That is the most American story I could have told you guys. But anyway, I was going to turn down endless chicken fingers and fries. So I've had their quesadilla burger before. They have a quesadilla burger. Oh, it's so good. But I got that the last time, so I was like, should I get it again? No, I'll go for the chicken fingers and fries. And then my mom and I just wound up eating endless chicken fingers and fries. My dad had what did he get? He got wings, I think. Yeah, he got a dozen wings. So right, we are into match day. So right, we got a big game. We got to keep the pace, man, and we gotta keep our foot on the gas. We can't allow us to slip. So now that we're playing the worst team in the league, right? Like it's one of those things. I just had my youth intake, Moss man. I got 4.5 stars, but every position is either E, F, or just a dash. So I don't know how that works. I still haven't figured out how youth intakes work. Because every year it tells me it's crap. And every year they go on. No one does. Yeah. Every year they tell me, like in the star rating, it's great. And then in the letter gradings, it's crap. Every single year it does that. And every single year they come into the under 18s team and they win the under 18s league. I think we've won 4 or 5 under 18s leagues in a row. Like it's insane how good they are. And the board have come to me like I think 3 of the last 4 seasons and said we want to improve the youth facilities or the youth rating or the youth, and I'm like, fuck yeah, do it. Give me godsend regens, please. I would love it. And I think my manager's now starting to take that not my manager, my board. I say board. The board is one person. He's the chairperson, but I think he's starting to take a mindset that the youth is the way to go. And I'm like, please do that because I would love to start generating some amazing youth. We do have rename a new gen as possible, so if you want to be part of the CLG squad, you can. It is pricey, yes, I'm aware, um, but you're lucky to get increased facilities, etc. in the league you are in. Yeah, it's because we've had my director of football, who I have fired in the previous window, sold me from the team and sold me to Bournemouth for the whopping total of £8.5 million. So I've used the editor obviously to pull me back into the team on a free transfer. So I've kept the money like a sneaky little twat, and we now have 9 million in the balance. Good old editor. Well, it's a community save, so of course it's going to be that way. Um, so we have 9 million in the bank balance currently. I actually am still getting money from Chelsea. I think it is now. Uh, I think I'm getting money from Chelsea, actually. As well. Wow, are you worth? I don't know. What are we worth? What's our? That is club. Yeah, club info, right? Is it club info? How do I see what the club is worth? Is it general? By the way, average ticket price £5. Season ticket price £58. Um, you are worth 8.5 mil. Where did you see that? Oh, estimated value 37.31 million. It's under your nickname. I don't know. Estimated value 37.31 million. What are you talking about? My nickname. Oh, the player. Oh, the player. Yeah. The player. Yeah. I thought you meant the club. Sorry. Value 10.5 to 13 million pounds. You know, but the whole squad's like that. Um, Brought 10.5 to 11.5. The other community member is Cookies. He's worth 2.4 to 3.9. Kun 1.3 to 4.9. Sheamus is only 500k. Jack is 9,000 to 85,000. Parks is 65 to 650. Like, they're all like that. All of them. Simon Roger McKendy's actually worth money now. So, wow, he is good. Who? Me? Yeah, I'm pretty decent. So, Simon Roger Mukendi. Look at this guy, right? You might look at him. He's mainly a striker. Look at his attributes, right? And then if I go to edit player attributes, his potential is only 22, and his current ability is a 6. Why can't I escape? Okay, but he's this guy Mukendi is like a club legend. He has 52 goals and 148 appearances, right? Most of those appearances are from the bench. He's only started 2 games this season. He started 9 games last season. He started only 1 single game the season prior to that. Most of these are bench appearances. But he just scores big goals in big games. I don't know what it is. I cannot explain it to you. He just always, whenever we have needed a goal, I have put McKendy on, and he has scored a goal. And I'm like, I just can't. I don't believe it. So, Green Shines and CalLogic FC under 18s draw. Right, under 18s. Did we play who we Blockbuster played again? What'd you play? You played 79 minutes. Matthew Gonzalez played. He got booked. He didn't have a great game. Switchbait played. He had a goal. And yeah, that's what. So Blockbuster played. Blockbuster. Is it not working? Did it not? It should work. The fuck? Hold on. Did the bot go down? Uh, yeah, the bot went down. The bot is down. That is unfortunate. Right. So we drew. Switchblade in the 13th minute. Adebenro in the 16th minute. And then Nana Muhammad in the 28th to make it 2-1 for us. That's how we went into the break. After the break, Liam Young made it 3-1 us. And then what a fucking terrible way to give up the lead. Christian Beaufort Ofori in the 80th, 9th, and then Eric Matthews in added time at the end of the second half. Aptly Bridge get a point. They were just behind us. We also lose the top spot in the under 18s league. That's what I meant to show you, Mossman, if you're still here. National Under 18th League North. This is what I mean by I can't figure out the youth intake. 2026, third place. 2027, winner. 28, winner. 29, winner. So 3 in a row. 2030, runner-up. 2031, winner. 2032, winner. 2033, winner. So another 3 in a row. So 6 out of 8 seasons, we've won the National U18 League Northwest. 6 out of 8 seasons. So, right. We have got ourselves a game. Let's do it. Perverse coming out. Charlie Wildman's coming in. I don't know why the bot's crashed, but apparently Stream Elements has crashed. And let's get to it, shall we? Here we go. Fucking fuck off. Right. Guys, yep, Firefox Audio is on. Cool. We are 4-1-0 in our last 5. They are 0-1-4 in their last 5. First versus worst. Can we do it? They've made one change to their starting lineup. Let's go into the game, shall we? I am going to point the finger and say, let's show them why. There we go. That's good. That got quite a few people motivated. Let's go. They're in a 4-2-3-1. We're in a 4-1-1-3-1. Will Davis is the referee. 4 matches this season. He's given out 9 yellows. And we are ready to get underway. They are going to be in the blue. We are going to be in the red with the black. There we go. I'm going to click snooze on the ads and push them back 18 minutes. And we'll see if we can get the game in before the ad break. Here's Gallagher now. Kickoff highlight. Always a kickoff highlight because they're uncomprehensive. And that should be the end of the highlight, though. That ball going out of... Oh, it's not. Okay, cool. Great. Lovely. I hope they don't score. Here's Maybury. Maybury deflected. Roberts. Brott has it the whole way. Brott Wall. Right. Ooh, get out. Right. Here's Frack. Spaps. Frack with the cross. Punched away. And now settled by Akonikun. He had it taken off him and falls to Parks. Parks on the left-hand side. Akonikun cuts inside. He went for a cross. It goes towards nobody. And Lancaster get the free kick. Who's been booked? Jack's been booked fucking 4 minutes into the game. 8 minutes into the game. 8 minutes into the game. Sheamus on the left-hand side. Sheamus goes for the cross. Cookies is there, but it's up and over. And it will be a goal kick. Here's Yates. Kypriads. Back to Yates. Going for Roberts' far side. He wins the header. But it's up and over. And that'll be a goal kick. Right. Okay. This is a long time for no highlight. Here's a Konikun. Parks. I mean, on comprehensive, 17 minutes is a long time but no highlight. Parks, early cross. Ferguson puts it out. It will be a corner kick. Here we go. Oh my God, you don't need to sprint like that. Jesus. Here's Frack to take the kick. Frack whips it in. I can't win the header. I don't know why Akoniku didn't go for it. Prescott will get to it. Here is Nicholas. Over to McGukin. Kypriads. Ferguson. Back to McGukin. Looking for the one on the right-hand side. Finds Roberts. Roberts. Tackled by Sheamus. It squirts to Maybury, though. Maybury will give it back to Buhari. And looking forward for Roberts. Still building his Lancaster. Roberts. Buhari. Over the top of the left-hand side. Yates! And he is offsides on the play. Right. That is a terrible goal kick. Spaps wins it. He's got to wait for help in the box. Snicky unmarked, and Snicky has got their 11th goal of the season. That was a terrible gift. That is a terrible goal kick. Good cross. Snicky with a solid finish. Lavery's red in the face after that one. He has to be. That was a terrible free kick. Is that your goal icon? Nice. I like that. That's a nice icon. That's a nice emote, I mean. I need to get one. 2026, I'll probably get a lot of emotes. Because the artist that I use, who's used the VAR emote, the artist that I have for all the still emotes, I like a lot. Oh, what a touch. Go on, Sticky. Oh. I do like the artists that I use for the still emotes a lot. I don't know if they still take commissions because it's been 5 years since I've used them. The artist that I did the VAR emote for, which is phenomenal, as Parks puts that out for a corner, they still do emotes. They are also very expensive. And that's fine. I have no problem with the price that they charge because I mean, the quality is unbelievable. You know what I mean? But having said that, I need to commission them for like almost. It's going to be like 8 animated emotes and like 5 to 10 still emotes. It's going to be a lot. So yeah, they charged me 100 for the animated alone for the VAR. Or they didn't charge me. They gave that to me as a gift actually. Um, but they usually charge 100 for the animated emote. So I mean, you're talking like probably a solid grand just in emotes. Um, so that's why I'm like, that's a 2026 project. Here's Kipriitis with the corner kick. Svaps will boot it clear. Konikun heads it on. Gallagher will knock it down. I also need to get badges. I need so many more badges. And Cookies just knocked that out for a throw. Like I said, 2 month, 1.5, 2 month, and then 1.5 year, 2 year, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, and soon to be I think 6.5. Frack is hurt. That's unfortunate. I don't have a natural DR replacement. I'm going to swap over to Frack, and then Sam Wellman will come in to replace him. So I'm going to go out on the wing. Wellman's going to replace me in center. Offsides anyway, but it would have been a goal kick. So that's a bit awkward now because I can't remove. Ooh, Gallagher's offsides. Um, I can't remove Jack's yellow card. So that's, I think, the problem. We're only 1-0 up. This is the worst team in the league. Brat's got a 7.1 in goal, by the way. Here's Cookie. Spaps on the right-hand side. Too heavy a touch. Yates puts it out, but it will roll all the way out for a throw. The Hurricanes beat the Panthers 3-0. Good. They're going to play a Game 5, that means. 1-0 at the break. Snicky's 33rd minute strike is enough to separate the sides. Here's the second half about to get underway. Snicky, Spaps, Wellman, Twinkle, Akonikun, Snicky. Oh, that was almost really good. Falls to Akonikun, though. Back for Parks. Parks whips it in. Snicky can't quite get enough on the header, and Lavery has come forward to just glove it out of the air. Here's Cookies, Akonikun. Cookies goes for the first time cross. Buhari puts it out. Corner kick. Parks to take it. Whips this in. I can't get to it. Akonikun will run it down. Probably going back to Parks. Did he stay on? Yes, he did. Parks whips it. That's way too high. Far post. Snicky knocks it down. Sheamus and Lavery makes the save. Here's Parks. Whipped in. Buhari heads clear. Parks ain't going to get to it. Prescott will. But it's the end of the highlight. Twinkle's been booked. So he's going to be told to ease off tackles. Here's Parks. Sheamus in. What a cross. Nobody there. Sheamus offsides anyway. Here's Lavery. McGukin. Kipriitis to Ferguson. Yates. Yeah, I'm getting tired now. Yates. Prescott. Back to Ferguson. I got work in the morning too. Back to Yates. It's only 10:48 though. We'll be done here by 11. Nicholas and Gallagher. Over to Roberts. Roberts. One touch. Roberts going for it. Whips the cross in. Back post. Nicholas. Not Nichols like the commentator, but Nicholas gets his head to it, but it goes up and over. Here's Sheamus. Ooh, good 1-2, but Konikun too heavy a touch. That's Buhari that'll pick it up. Maybury over to McGukin. Roberts. Maybury. Into Gallagher. Over to Roberts. A little cramped on the right-hand side. Wellman, good cutout. Cookie, Spaps, Snicky. Well on. Snicky, they're going to run with it. Snicky's got it. Then maybe the cross. Ferguson comes in with a tackle. Snicky picks up the ball. Here comes the cross. Back post. Sheamus does get ahead to it, but Lavery is there. Brought Wellman. Cookies. Twinkle. Akoniku. Sheamus. Sheamus whips it in. Cookies. Gets ahead to it. Lavery, though, right there to pick it up. I don't have an MC sub. I only have offensive subs. So, Wellman, what a shot. That's safe. Double switch. Well, actually, we're going to wait. I'm going to put McKendy on first. I didn't swap him out for Snicky. Usually I put McKendy in at the striker, but Snicky's actually playing a decent game. They scored the goal. They've made good runs. We're going to keep them on the pitch. We're going to bring in McKendy on the left. That's for Sheamus. And we're going to bring probably Joe Jones in for a Konikun at some point. Wellman has it. 61st minute. Here's Jack Lemon. MD. He goes long. Snicky's in. Snicky. Can they finish? Snicky. What a save from Lavery. Jack takes the corner. Whipped in. Wellman can't get to it. It's headed away. Jack will come up with it. That's end of the highlight anyway. Right. 69th minute. I'm going to make the final sub. Jones is coming on. Here's a whipped in cross. Back post. I've headed it clear. Spaps comes up with it. Spaps being driven wide. Has to cut back inside for Wellman. Akonikun. On the left for Mukendi. In acres of space. Mukendi. Bring it. Mukendi goes for goal. He tried to curl it in the near post. The keeper wasn't troubled. And that's out for a goal kick. Here's Twinkle. Wins the goal kick. Cookie's tackled off the ball. McGukin comes away with it. Prescott. Forward. Wellman cuts it out. Myself. Over the top. I think Snicky was off sides, so they didn't go for it. Ferguson cuts it down. Here's Yates. Gallagher. Back to McGukin. Jack cuts that out well. Mukendi has it. Mukendi on the turn. Mukendi. Can he drive by his man? No. Parks will play the 1-2. Mukendi keeps it in. Mukendi on the back. On the cross, Snicky, but Lavery, he couldn't handle it cleanly. And it's just pushed out for a corner. Here's Parks to take it. Whipped in. Spaps can't win the header. Cookies comes down with it. Back to Parks. Did they stay on? No. Flag goes up. Jones has it. Mukendi. Twinkle. Back to Mukendi. Back to Twinkle. Trying to play Jones in. Got a little crazy. Wellman has it. He goes for the long-range shot. It's over the net. Free kick from Jack. Whipped in. Jones got ahead to it, but it's up and over. Here's Parks. Twinkle. Parks whips it in. Back post. Lavery punches it clear. It's knocked down. Myself, I've taken it first time, and that is rosetted. That is absolutely in the hot dog stands. 77th minute. Spaps whips this in. It's headed up, not out. It's still headed down. Cookies can't get to it. Spaps might offsides on Mukendi. Cookies, Spaps, cuts back inside, Twinkle. Over the top for Cookies. He's offsides. '80th minute, Spaps cuts back, Cookies. It's knocked away. Jack wins the header, Twinkle. Wellman, Cookies. In for Snicky! That was wide. Jack with a free kick here. He's going to whip this in. Back post. Ferguson gets to it. Corner. Parks with it here. Whips this in. Spaps can't get to it. Cookies knocks it down for Parks. Parks back inside for me. For Mukendi. Oh, it's off the post. It took a deflection off the post. Jack, myself, Spaps. Wellman, Twinkle, Spaps. Sends wide for me. I'm going to knock it on still. Back inside for Twinkle. Joe Jones goes for goal, and Lavery makes a great save. What's his rating? Lavery's got to be all. He's a 7.1 in the losing. Here's Jack. Whips this in. Cookies will have to run it down. It's going to go back to Jack. Did he stay on? He did. That's out for a corner. I know what the inevitable is with a game like this. I know what the inevitable is. Here's Parks. Whipped in. Buhari heads it clear. Parks still has it. Loses it to Roberts. Roberts goes. Nicholas is on side. Wellman with a great tackle. Here's Yates. Kipriitis. Yates back post. Roberts is there. Wins the header. Brott somehow makes the save. The Brott wall comes through. Brott's going to have to punt this upfield. He does so. Jones wins the header. Snicky offsides on Snicky. Will Davis's book. Spaps here. 89th minute. Whipped in. Joe Jones up and over. Parks. 5 minutes of added time. Here's Parks. He's going to whip this back for. Oh, it's whipped back post. Spaps can't win the header again. Yates wins it. Here's Parks to whip this corner in. And that is headed away. Cookies. Myself. Spaps. I'm knocked off of it. Falls to Cookies. Cookies. What can he do with it? Cookies. Parks. Jones. First time that's deflected wide. And Lancaster have made their last two changes. Here's Jack. With the corner. Whipped in. Falls to Joe Jones! Joe Jones, the substitute. He's done it. It's 2-0. We're going to beat the worst team in the league. Right. Over the top, McKendy. He's running out of play. Goal kick. Ferguson now. Over the top, Parks will collect. I'm going to snooze the ads because they are 90 seconds away. That should get me through this game. Full-time whistle, seconds away. That's over the top. That's out for a throw. That is the full-time whistle. 2-0 Snicky in the 33rd. Joe Jones with the cherry on top. In added time at the end of the second half. Brott got a 7.6 for his efforts. Gary Lavery conceded twice and still at a 7.0, but we run out 2-0 winners. Much needed. Last one to fall. It's not well. Big one. What else happened in the league? Was that 26-24? Okay. Right. Let's see how the other leagues or the other games around the league have done, and then we'll get out of here. Oh, you know what? I know who. Is she still alive? Yes. I know who we can raid. Boom, 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 boom. She's been like 4 hours. Wow. Oh no, she just bumped the back of her head. Okay. All right, here we go. Clitheroe 2-0 over Silsden Reserves. Sharp in the 23rd, Wilford in the 53rd. Clitheroe secure a big win. That pulls them out of the drop. Thank you, Viva. Welcome in, Viva. That pulls them out of the drop, actually, by a point over the Almond Bury Woolpack. Silsden Reserves are going to remain in 12th place. Earlham hosting Ince Central. It was Weich in the 5th minute. And then Hurst Gerard in the 70th minute for Ince Central. The visitors win at Earlham 2-0. Ince Central, big win for them, actually. They are going to move up to 7th position. And Earlham are going to be down into 9th. Main Road and Ramsbottom United. It was Funch in the 37th minute for Main Road. Carroll in the 87th minute for Ramsbottom United. 1-1, they would split the points. Ramsbottom United are actually going to slip down into 6th place off the back of it. Main Road, in the meantime, that's a big point. That's another point they pick up. They're still 3 adrift now with Clitheroe's win, but it's a point towards safety as other teams around them continue to lose. Finally, Squires Gate hosting FC Isle of Man. Mullen in the 4th minute for FC Isle of Man. Stevens in the 47th to make it 2-0, and they would run out 2-0 winners in the end. Squires Gate are going to remain in 11th. FC Isle of Man jump up into the playoff places by a point. Ramsbottom do have a game in hand over them, but they are in the playoff places by a point now. They move up into 5th position. We remain top, and North Walkden have a game in hand, so they could still move to a point behind us. Frack is hurt. He's out 3 to 4 weeks. He broke his toe on that tackle. And we're going to the post-match press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question from Jamie Wilson at ITV Sport. Was it your brief time in the job opinion? Yeah, he actually does deserve a lot of credit because they were literally the worst team in the league, and they held us basically almost the entire game to 1-0. Like that's actually fair to say. We'll take one match at a time and build each positive result when it arrives. Is changing. Multiple roles. Mossley's a midfield, good story. They've been a breath of fresh air. Cool. Thanks for asking me about a team I don't care about. Right, 17 unbeaten. Our total unbeaten run is 110 games since we lost, by the way. 110 games. It's going to happen sometime. It might happen in this league. Bradley were pretty fucking tough. North Walkden looked pretty fucking tough, too. But that's where we are. We are 4 points clear. Game in pocket, though. And we've got, who do we have next? Ince Central. So it's 7th, and then it is 11th, and then it's 5th. So 110, you lucky bucker. Yeah, 110 unbeaten. But I'm coming up from level 20, man, with a team that's improving towards who are eventually going to be Premier League quality players. So, I don't know what to say. It is what it is. Right, this was episode 228 for those on the YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you for the next one. Until then, take care.